thank me now for this because I'm doing the research for you. But I'm going to create a list, all 50 states. I'll try to get the website for the DBA on there, the website for LLC on there, and if I can get pricing, I'll put that on there too. What's up, YouTube? I am the iconic fashion figure, and I'm finally back with another video. So I know in my last video I said that I would post a trends video the following week, which my stuff never came in, so I haven't posted a trends video yet. Plus, I've been getting so many questions from the how to find wholesale vendors video went up. Everyone's asking more questions basically about the beginning steps of even getting started before even getting to the point of finding vendors. I at first decided not to do a video like that because I felt like there were so many already on YouTube to answer those questions, but maybe I was wrong and there's not enough information out there on how to get started. So this week I'm going to talk to you about how to get started on setting up a new boutique. For the first step in getting your boutique started, first and foremost, figure out what kind of boutique you're going to have. This is kind of like the pre-planning phase. You want to know, are you opening a boutique with clothing, for shoes, accessories, for lashes? Are you doing a combination of them? Figure that out first. Once you do like your whole pre-plan of what you're about to do, you'll then want to come up with your name. Before you register anything, before you get started with any other steps, make sure you have your name because that is important. Once you have your name, then that's when we can start getting the ball rolling. So when you have the name ready to go, you'll want to make sure the domain is available for your website. Check social medias, make sure the handles are available so that way you can take those. If they are available, get them right away so that they'll become yours. You'll want to create an email. It can be a basic Gmail, Yahoo, whatever. Just create an email because you'll need emails to be able to create those accounts like social media or signing up for your domain. You'll need an email. So just create a basic Gmail account. Once you've done that is when you can begin to start registering. So first step is figuring out if you want to register as a LLC. There's two different type of corps. Partnership if you have a partner, or if you're just going to register a basic DBA, which a lot of people don't know the difference of them. To be honest with you, if you're starting out as a new business, just ignore the two types of corp. There's corp and S corp. You can ignore those. Unless you have a partner going into the business with you, you don't need partnerships. So the ones you'll want to look at is LLC and DBA. Now, when I first started this whole entrepreneurship venture, I was registering DBAs just to claim the name so I can have something. So basically what the DBA is saying, I am myself personally, I'm the business, but I'm doing it under a different name. So it's kind of like a fake name that I'm doing business under. So even though it's registered, you are still liable for anything that happens under that business name because you are the business. You're just doing it under a different name. It's basically saying I changed my name. Whereas LLC, it separates personal from business, where everything you register under that business is with that business. Anything you do for yourself is personal, and that's limited. That doesn't mean everything is under the business and it can't affect you personally, because there are some things that can, especially like if you're just starting out a business and you decide to open up a business credit card. A lot of them for startups require you to add your own social in there, which means it's showing up on your personal credit. So now you're liable. So there is some personal liability that could potentially affect you personally. But that's step one, deciding DBA, LLC. If you're unsure of if you're really going to go through with the business or if you're just testing things out, just register the DBA. You can always change later to LLC. DBA is usually cheaper to register in the beginning than the LLC. Now, a lot of you keep emailing me, DMing me, messaging me, like whatever, commenting on the videos, asking like where do you go to do the registration for your DBA or LLC. So I figure, you know what, I'll let everyone know at once. It's based off of the state that you are in. So depending on what state you are in, you can Google search your state and just type in DBA or fictitious name, or you can Google your state and type in LLC. It's usually a website ending in .gov that'll take you there. What I'm working on right now is creating a list with all 50 states on there. You guys thank me now for this because I'm doing the research for you. But I'm going to create a list, all 50 states. I'll try to get the website for the DBA on there, the website for LLC on there, and if I can get pricing, I'll put that on there too. It's just taking me a little time to get it done, so it may not be available by the time I upload this video, but if you want it, just comment down below with either your email or your social media handle so I can either email it to you or DM it over to you. But once that's available, I'll do that. And then if I can find a way to make it available online so you can just click the link, I'll put it in the description box below. But for now, if you don't see a link in the description box, comment with social media handles or email and I'll send it over to you. You're welcome. So once you have your name registered, actually all this you kind of can do at the same time. You'll want to get your tax ID, which is through the IRS, irs.gov. I'll put the website down below. Everyone's going to the same website. You'll want your tax ID for the business. You'll need that when you're registering for sites like OrangeShine, on other wholesale websites like mine, I require it. Other wholesale vendors, they require a tax ID or a resale license, which that's next. Oh, and by the way, we're now available on OrangeShine.com. So for those of you that are too lazy to go to my website and register because you're already registered with OrangeShine.com, you can actually check us out there. I'll include the link down below. So go to irs.gov, register for your tax ID. I think I got mine within 24 hours, or it might have been instantly. I don't remember because it's been so long. I did it years ago and it just followed me through with the different businesses. I just had to email or mail a letter to the IRS letting them know the new business name, and they changed it. So for number 3, well, not number 3, but the third part to this second part of everything, I guess I'm on part 2. So name first, registering everything. So this is part C of part 2. You'll want to get your resale license, which again, this is by state. So you can Google your state and type in resale license. That's usually free. I know in Florida it's free. I want to say New York and LA was free too. You just need your tax ID and your business has to be registered in order for you to obtain your resale license. Actually, I take that back on having the business registered. I want to say when I did mine in Florida, I wasn't even registered to Florida yet. I just put in the business name and they sent it to me. But you'll want the name at least. So if I can get the links to resale license for every state, I'll include that on the list too that I send out to you guys. So figure out your name, register your business with your state, DBA, LLC, whichever you choose. You can go corp if you choose to go corp. Just read into it before you sign up for anything. And then tax ID, and then resale license. But we're not done there. That's just like the beginning steps. So once you have gotten through those steps, you've actually gotten pretty far, but you still have so much more to do. So after you register everything and you have all your licenses, your permits, whatever you need, you'll want to then go in to create your website. Now I know I told you in the beginning to go online and make sure your DBA was available. Hopefully you didn't already register it, because the next step, so part 3, is to create your website. Now, there's a lot of websites that are giving you 1 year free with your domain. So if you didn't already register it yet, you'll get it free when you sign up to set up your website, which was a mistake I made. I had jumped right into it. I saw my domain was available and I registered it right away. I did it with GoDaddy, so first year was only 99 cents, so I didn't lose too much anyway. But if you do it through your website registration, a lot of the time is included free. You can save 99 cents. Depends to you if that 99 cents is important or not, but find your website. I don't want to go too in depth on the different type of websites you can get because there's so many. That's something I'll have to do on a separate video so I don't make this video too long. But you have sites like Wix, Weebly, Shopify, I can't even think of them all right now, but I know there's so many of them. There's a bunch of them. I'll include a list in the description box or either put it on the screen somewhere for you to choose from. But you'll want to visit all those sites, decide what works for you with the type of website you want to build. Look at pricing, look at the features, and then decide what's best for you. Me personally, I now use WordPress.org because there is WordPress.com and WordPress.org. So with .org, you're basically starting from scratch building your website. I've found that it is a lot cheaper to do than, let's say, in the past I was using Wix.com. I've used Weebly too. But I've used Wix for a couple years in the past, which was great in the beginning, but over time it gets so expensive with them. So I had to step away, especially since I now do wholesale only. When I first started out, when I was in college, I had a boutique online, just doing e-commerce. So Wix worked fine then, but now that I'm wholesale and the website is members only, it was hard to do with Wix. I know it's possible now, but I would have had to pay a lot more than what I was already paying, which was already too much. So I switched over to WordPress because it allowed me to do that. Plus, I don't spend nearly as much as what I was spending before, and I have so many more features. The only thing with WordPress.org is you have to build everything yourself. There's a ton of plugins to do it, but you have to take the time to do it yourself. It's not the drag and drop like you see with like Wix.com. So that's as much as I'll go into on the website. Maybe I can do a separate video if you comment below letting me know you want to know more about the differences of the different website options that are available. So once you've gotten through those first 3 steps that I mentioned after you created the website, you'll want to then start finding your vendors. You may have already started doing your research to get an idea of who you want to work with, but this is when you really make sure you're registered on those websites because now you have your tax ID, your resale license. So get registered on all those different websites that I mentioned in my previous video of where you can find your vendors at. Get set up with them so that way you can start ordering. And then once you're set up with them, you can kind of start planning out your buy. I would not recommend to you to immediately sign up and just start purchasing. Because when you're purchasing for a boutique, it takes time as far as planning out your buy. Which I will do a separate video on that as well, because that is a whole entire video on its own where you really need to sit down and plan. So I can show you guys how I would plan out my buys. Basically, when I'm helping buyers that buy from me, I will actually sit with them and help them plan out their buys. Whether we do it by season or by year, by month, whatever they choose, I will help them out and create their line sheets that way for them. So I'll do a video with you guys to show you how I do it with my buyers to help them plan out their buys, because that is huge. That'll help you as far as budgeting. It helps you as far as sales. And it just helps you keep everything straight for yourself personally. So definitely don't just go online, add to cart, and check out. You want to plan it out and then go back and buy. So that'll be the next step. From there on, this is when things will start to become a little repetitive. Not quite repetitive, because in this business, things change daily. But that's when you can start to see a flow. Now, I know another thing that people may ask, because now this is at the point where you're spending money. So I'll do another video, like part 2 to this video, basically telling you, like going through basically the budget, how to get money for it, and then what you're going to need to spend money on, so you have an idea of what you need to start up. So that'll be including supplies, inventory, advertising, all those things. That'll be the next step of this video, is planning that out. But I will say to a lot of you that are planning to start a boutique, because I'm getting so many different DMs and emails and things like that about questions about what to do and what I'm doing. For one, you don't want to do things exactly how I do it, because what may work for me may not work for you, or what may work for you may not work for me. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. You guys see, I'm freely giving out all this information. I don't care. So I'll tell you what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean that it's right for you. Secondly, a lot of you are asking me questions where it's to the point of you just want me to tell you what to do and how to do it for your business. Well, there's no point in me doing that. If that's the case, I might as well go start another business and do it for you, and then I make the profit. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to guide you, but I'm not here to start the business for you. And if you want to succeed in this industry and in this day and age as an entrepreneur, you have to hustle. When I tell you, there's nights where, technically mornings, where I worked through the night up to 7 a.m. and I'll go to sleep for like 2 hours, and I'm back up working again, because I have my time set where calls start coming in and emails start coming in at 9 a.m. So I get 2 hours of sleep. You have to work hard. Nothing in this industry is given to you. I'm being generous by giving you as much information as I can with the little amount of time that I do have available for you. So I've been doing what I can to provide you with this information, and doing things like creating the list with all the 50 states, which I don't mind doing at all. But if you want to survive in this video, you have to know how to hustle. You have to know how to be able to dig and find this information on your own. Because trust me, no one has given me this information at all. I found this all from just Googling everything and talking to people that were in the industry that can guide me, like how I'm trying to do for you guys right now. I'm passing that information on to guide you guys. But I get so many questions where it's like you want me to tell you exactly what to do. Like, okay, where should I build my website? So I can give recommendations. I'll give you a list. Now you go do the research and figure out which one works best for you. But I'm not going to tell you to go to Wix.com. No, because then you may say, well, Shannon, this is horrible. I'm now spending $300 every year on a website when I can go here and only spend $150. But I'm the one that told you to do that, so now you're going to be upset with me. And it's like, no, you have to compare. Look at the first year's rates, and then look at what it'll be after that first year rate, because they always give you a special rate to bring you in, and then it bumps up. So do your research. Don't just do what I've done. Because trust me, I've made mistakes too. I used Wix and realized I was spending so much money, and I had to change things. So you don't want to do exactly what I do. I can only give you advice, and then from there you decide what you want to do. But if you're not ready to hustle, if you're not ready to grind, if you're not ready to do research on your own, you're not ready to become a business owner. So don't start yet. Start back at your pre-planning and figure out if this is really what you want to do, because you really have to have a passion for this in order to keep it going. Because trust me, there are times where you are going to want to give up. And if you are not excited about this and you're not happy to do it, and if this is not something that you really want, you are not going to make it to the end, because the beginning seems hard and it only gets worse. But until you finally hit that breaking point where everything just starts to flow. Do your research. I'll give you as much information as I can. I'm still here to answer questions, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do for your business. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe now, because I'm coming back with more and more information, because I want all of us to succeed in 2019.